Thinking Mirana, pretty standard stuff. You want to kill people in the lane, rotate to the mid lane, potentially get a kill there. Ava plus the PL. I want to see how this lane's going to be played out. I love Ava level 1. What they do, they use a Aphotic Shield and go in, run in aggressively, try to trade a couple of hits. It's a lot of damage. It's a 100 AoE damage, so 110. Not bad. I thought it was 100.
A little bit more than anticipated, but again, decent amount of damage, like you're saying. Also have to keep in mind, Fate is reprising that role of the Death Prophet and had a very good game previously. So could also lend to these strengths here. But do have a bit of a pause off the bat.
Yeah, what's a Dota game without a pause?
It's like they've got a bit of lag. It used to be the... what was it? It used to be every time, was it Ritsu who used to do that? And like Peter got very upset because like one of the players always was like, pause, was like bathroom. And then I think Peter was just like, stop doing this, like go to the bathroom earlier.
Go to the bathroom before. I'm so glad we got rid of the pauses before the game. It took us 10 years to get rid of that. People were abusing that for so long. Someone just doesn't want to play. They go for any kind of a break. And yeah, you can't unpause the game. The teammates don't want to play 4 versus 5, so they are going to keep the pausing. All right, Yarin says go.
You need to work on your skill.
You should apologize.
Did like the way that some of those voice lines do line up occasionally. But yeah. TOOBASED sticking to their side of the river right now. We'll start making a little bit of a jaunt across. Spot out Flea making his way over. Bloody9 gonna trade some hits. Let's have Ryoya here, so just be a bit careful.
Arrow?
Arrow? Ooh, no. Not quite. So
there's gonna be a lot of harassment. It's a melee lane against Mars and Snapfire. There's some survivability coming on from Eba, but I think there's a ton of kill potential in this lane for simply TOOBASED. And they will be zoning out, or at least try to zone out Bloody9. It's a good one, because he's not going to have that Aphotic Shield. Immediately what you want to do is, as I said, run into the creep wave, get the creep aggro, and yeah, they're keeping the distance. Fleet didn't get hit by it.
Definitely feels like Bloody9 will have his work cut out for him, though, as levels come up. Like, look at that, with the Shield Bash and then the Scatter Blast. It's quite a bit. Wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of regions that's going to get ferried out. But as expected here in this top lane, they have the sentry. They know that Luki's going to want a sandstorm, and they're going to have to respond in kind here and take down that. Yep, there it is from Yarn. And there goes their sentry.
Ogre too slow with the movement speed. This hero just has a slow brain in general. What a hero.
He's a big boy, you know?
Medic as well. I just love that. This is one of the best ones for sure.
Once upon a time, Valve was like, we can't do anything that's going to change the integrity and the shape of the hero. Although, this is a nice little courier snipe here, so.
Yeah, can't have Ursa with the cowboy hat on, but we can have Budget Jakiro.
I do like the detail that he's got the 2 little tails, too. Very important. And his little belly button, he's got a little button there. But yeah, he's just whacking away over on Yarn. Have to turn back around. They see Luki over here. It's a bit low. Nice arrow coming into play. Only got to give up a couple clicks. But just a slugfest back and forth in that lane. Bottom lane, the cookie off forward. The spear over to the tree, and Flea will get the first blood.
First blood.
It's gonna be a rough one. I think it's the best if they can potentially like trade some of the kills while the Stone Bank survives. I'm not sure if that can happen, because they don't have like real slows or stuns in that lane.
It is
so trade farm, sorry Moxie, get levels on the Phantom Lancer as much as you can, top lane. Empyrean's gonna drop. Loki had the perfect CS from the first 2 waves. He got every single creep, which is pretty impressive considering he's playing into Ogre and Medusa.
Yeah, I mean, they had a nice arrow that got thrown in there too, so it helped secure that kill. But yeah, the bottom lane is proving to be quite difficult here. Or Stonebank just trying to approach. Looks like they're trying to get a little bit of a pull off here too. little bit more action, though, in this second game, rather. Seeing more of the skirmishing, fighting. But Lukey and Yarn both sitting very low on this lane. Still have a little bit of regen left. You have a Bracer over on the Sand King. Nice to tank him up a bit. Bloody 9, the harassment continues here. Force out that Aphotic Shield.
This is the hero I like to see Bloody 9 on, because he is super aggressive, which means that he can run in and not die. How's mid lane doing?
I don't know, but this top lane is not looking too great here for the Mirana.
Now she has stick charges and the leap, so gonna be okay. Even pulls the creeps.
Pyrian really wanted that there. Couldn't quite get there in time, though.
Pretty even in terms of CS on the mid lane. Both are getting levels, getting the farm. Fade will go in and steal a rune, so try to refill his bottle a little bit. Water runes are also spawning. No one's moving from their lane, so both the mid laners are gonna be picking them up. Oh, Doppelganger used, so that means they have more than 20 seconds to try to get a kill on him. It's not easy, because there's Abba, and he can use the shield a bit low on mana, both of them. But it has that mango to work with.
I've been pretty patient over on the side of TOOBASED here. Flea occasionally just giving a couple clicks off to Stonebank, but waiting patiently for that opportune moment.
Sometimes not killing them hurts them even more than them not getting close, because they're afraid that they're gonna get killed. So while that Doppelganger was not online, you could see them just playing very passive on the bottom.
That is going to make their CS suffer as well. 16 currently over on the Phantom Lancer. It's a bit difficult for him to get close as Ryoya continuing to have to back off a little bit. Fade throwing out a Crypt Swarm over into the middle lane. Ryoya is forced. I believe he popped a Fairy Fire there. Mine eyes don't deceive me.
Yeah, he did. He did. That Prophet getting the faster level 6, but there was no boots of speed, no extra move speed to try to close the gap. There is Exorcism online. There is a Catapult wave as well.
Lukey turning back in. Ooh, it's nicely set up here, but not going to connect that arrow here.
Still gonna die.
Forward has the Starstorm. Yarn will collect. I was going to ask if they were going to try to go for this Exorcism play, because it definitely feels like the supports don't want to make this rotation. They have the Cardi. Ooh, good play here coming out from Stonebank with the Doppelganger. Oh, avoid that cookie hop.
You don't necessarily need to kill the tower, you just need to deal some damage and then kill it from the second one. Also, Yaren decided to rush Urn on his Mirana, and they got the kill, so that means he got a charge as well, also securing the rune for himself, which means not getting Leshrac the rune. His bottle got refilled. Bloody 9, looks pretty dead.
Yeah, he's a tanky hero. Does have a couple saves, but no, end of the day, will fall. So at least Ryoya will be able to get something out of a rotation there, even though he did not get the rune. Spirit Siphon again coming into play here. Fade, very careful. See that the rotation's coming out. I'm sure we'll see a perhaps bottle refill. Go, thank you.
There's a big difference between two carries. Medusa has more than double CS than Phantom Lancer, and also a full level, also almost 2 levels. I mean, he's gonna get level 5 this wave, but they're keeping him very isolated. He can't get close, otherwise he's gonna die, especially if Abba's refilling the bottles and trying to check the runes.
More pressure being placed on the top lane. Pyrian sitting very low, but so is Lukey. He's got to be careful. Mirana chasing after, and plus that Urn will ensure that they get the kill on the Ogre. And Lukey will survive. A little bit of leap forward. Some more harassment being placed over. Oh, the arrow connecting, though. And that Urn charge. Yarn. Okay, the follow-up from Lukey. They will end up... Oh, are they going to end up losing both? Very close. 22 hit points over on Lukey, but that's definitely worth it to slow down this Q6. Stonebank just having such a difficult time in this bottom lane.
I want to see where Mirana goes. I think they need to make some kind of rotation bottom and to try to get something done.
Oh boy, uh-oh.
Cookie.
Aphotic Shields, buying a bit more time. Doppel, just gonna have to run. That was close though. Fade. Let's get split earthed here. But the rune appears to be in the top. We'll go for the exorcism play. The stun over onto Rioya. It's a lot of damage. They'll take out this Leshreq, and Pyrian having to grab that rune for himself, but he cannot escape the Crypt Swarm. Nice
He did
play
plant
here.
the sentry. They got a kill. Phantom Lancer, he would definitely want it to get level 6 so he can go back to jungle. Too much kill threat on the bottom. Will go to the top lane. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, exorcism pop. This is going to be a tower, which is going to open up the map for them.
This is good, you know? You're having some difficulty getting the farm on your safe laner. Ollie's just having way too much fun here in this top lane. Again, it's a Medusa. This is a hero that's just going to get even bigger with farm. So if they can take down a tower and force some rotations, I think they're quite happy about that on the side of DogChamp.
Yeah. And with moving Sanking to bottom lane, they do have a kill potential on Mars. Need to bring numbers, but they can kill him. Mars invested a lot of gold in these small items. It's going to be Arena into Cookie. He looks pretty dead.
He's very dead, yes.
He, as I said, he invested a lot of gold in small items, Soul Ring, Double Bracer, and the Phase Boots. Usually we don't see the Phase Boots, but he's focusing heavily in the laning stage. His Blink Dagger is going to be delayed a little bit, but this should also be a kill.
Ooh, the arrow coming in from Yarn will provide some safety. Cookie up forward. End up losing Flea. Bloody Knight, he's still alive, but he's going to get run down here by Rioya. Fade joining in. Bloody Specialist still very low. Luki following up with the Burrow Strike, and they'll be able to take out Empyrean.
They overextended. They overextended quite a lot. Look at the tower bottom. 200 HP. Instead of going for the tower, they go for the kills, lose 3 just for Abba. Definitely not worth it. It's not just that. It's also Phantom Lancer getting some farm on the top lane, getting the levels. He needs to catch up. He's less farm than Sanking and Mars. Like almost Mirana has the same amount of farm as PL.
Yeah, that is not
Epi
what
bottom.
you want to see. Oh, no Epi, actually. Tried to go for it, but a good play there will stun him. And Bloody Nine is now forced to flee the area. Still no ultimate on him. We'll go for a smoke play, though, on the side of DogChamp.
That got scouted. They do have an observer ward, so they know something is up. Finally, we'll be able to kill the bottom tower. Yaren will catapult. We'll arrow the catapult, which is not going to stop the siege, but we'll get him some extra gold. Yaren is off to a really good start. He's been involved in all 9 kills so far. Going for the Spirit Vessel. Smoke from Simply TOOBASED.
We'll be sweeping through this Radiant jungle area. They're making their way towards the mid. You have the Snapfire Kisses online. They could get themselves into a nice position. Luki over here. Gets the Burrow Strike off. Will they be able to follow up with the Arena? Yes, they will. And they have the Dust over onto the Sand King. So he's going to use the Epicenter, but he's going to need some more friends here. As it looks like Empyrean, he is going to fall. And Chase is on over after Bloody Sky. They go and they place a charge on him, but a nice Scatter Blast here from the Snapfire will slow them down considerably.
Without Sanking, and if arrow is used, they don't have any kind of control, so they need to go for any target. That's why Ogre decided to run towards the tier 2 tower, understands that they can't cash him. It will result in Rioya taking the tower. Still, Dead Prophet, the most farm hero in the game, 6,000 net worth, has a Yule Scepter. I'm going for the same build as the previous game. I want to see a BKB next, because you need to get out of the arena, even though you do have Abba. Maybe if he wants to play a bit more aggressive, I would say, and risk it a little bit. If he relies on Abba saving you, then Kaya Sanj is also fine. Tank you up, but have that status resistance. But BKB still feels safer. There is damage coming through to that BKB, which is Edict, maxed out so far, and also Stone Gate. So maybe an early BKB isn't that good, but you also then are putting a lot of trust in your teammates, which is not good in Dota ever. Don't trust your teammates.
I mean, I feel like if you're playing on a team with them, you should probably feel a little bit more comfortable in putting some trust. I can understand in your pubs, you know?
Oh, you put a lot of trust in your team, and then one time it doesn't happen, second time it doesn't happen, third time it's a disband, Moxie. That's how it works.
Sounds like you've got some trust issues there, Lacoste. Concerned about you, buddy. All right, we have resumed the game, and it feels like DogChamp trying to just clear up this creep wave over here. Maybe put some vision over into the jungle yarn, making his way over. No vision on him, but they're going for an invasion. Seeing if they can put down some pressures. You have some wards over in their own jungle, so they can see that at least little Shrek is over there.
Loki needs 200 gold for a Blink Dagger. That's going to be much easier for them to just initiate, start a fight, and also using the Epi. They do have enough burst damage on their side. Phantom Lancer needs to be able to recover. Panel talked about him getting the hood. I think this is a good replacement item as well, going for the Mage Slayer. It's a decent item that he can later on upgrade. His illusions are still not tanky. That will give him some tankiness. Has a diffusal blade, but yeah, we'll see what his next item is gonna be. Usually, like Phantom Lancers do go for Yasha to increase their farm. If he's going for the Mage Slayer right now, that means that he wants to fight with the team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Blink Daggers are picked up for both the initiators. Get the one on the Mars. Sand Kings also grabbed one, which is probably why we have this smoke coming out. They want to make something happen, and they are waiting over here on the high ground. Here of Simply TOOBASED. Sand King taking kind of a long way here. They also go for the Moonlight Shadow, seeing if there's anybody home in their triangle. They just barely miss Dusa, who's going to be hugging over to her tower. See a courier moving, so they must be thinking something's up. Yeah, they see Medusa's courier as well. But again, they're in position. Hero's gonna be able to take down Bloody Nines. And they'll find the yarn, so they're already in position. I think they back off. I don't think they want to go after this Medusa after seeing who is hanging out in their neighborhood.
Phantom Lancer is recovering nicely. He's catching up. Only a bit more than 1k difference between the carries, and also Dead Prophet getting the farm as well. Lucky finally finishes off his Blink Dagger on the bottom lane. So this move from Simply TOOBASED, yes, they got a career, they got a 1 kill, but didn't get too much out of it. There's still, you know...
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, the spear doesn't connect, but there's plenty of numbers
no
here.
Mana.
Yeah, this is with the Snapfire Kisses too. It's just too much damage. Arrow does connect over onto Shrek, but it's more for a disengage than anything else. As now Yarn forced to leap away. Blink Dagger though over on Bloody Sky. They're gonna pin the Mirana over to the side, and they should be able to burst through. But whole other engagement going on in the bottom area. They weren't able to quite finish off Ollie.
It was Sanking plus Abba. They don't have enough damage to kill her. They needed that Prophet. She has Exorcism available and Arcane Rune. Most of the time you just want to pop it. You don't care about the cooldown at that point, and this is going to be the tower. But big kill on the top lane for Simply TOOBASED, getting that Phantom Lancer. He's not survivable. He has 1000 HP.
He's trying to catch up here, but it has proven difficult. Stone Bank. Not finding... Oh, that's a very precarious situation there. If they were there a little bit longer. Yeah, look at this. They know. They see him. They're making their way over. Luki, though, blinks forwards. Going to try to slow down the Mars, but they have the dust. And pin over to the side. A little bit of damage, though, being placed over to Rioya. Bloody Nine running in like we expect to see him. Very aggressive support.
Oh, Rioya didn't connect that split earth perfectly, which means Phantom Lancer will get the Doppelganger off. He's fully committing. He's going for that Mage Slayer.
Okay.
Like, that makes him a little bit tankier, but he doesn't feel too comfortable joining the fights. Maybe if he can find an apple as a neutral item, that's going to make himself and the illusions tankier. Oh, big kill. Big kill. The Bloody Sky was very farmed, had that killing spree, and yeah. Fade will get the last hit, which is going to get him closer to his BKB. Finished off the Boots of Travel, at least that's what he has queued up at the moment.
Yeah, we're still seeing a perfect game here for this Death Prophet. Fade definitely looking good on this particular hero. Not super familiar with this player. The Burrow Strike, the arrow to connect, and it's a quick hit and run. The gold going to Luki. Top lane, Rioya doing some damage here, but they're gonna try to close the gap. They've got the burst. Need to get a little bit more, plus that Spirit Vessel. Okay, nice.
That's nicely done. Yarin going away, using the Spirit Vessel charge, and Stonebank just right-clicking him down, burning mana. Diffusal Blade not as strong as it was before on the Phantom Lancer, because it doesn't burn as much mana, but still, you get it a bit earlier, and yeah, DogChamp, they're all over the place with the items. Cookie wrong way.
This is a dead Bloody Sky. And that's
Even
what the arena
throws
did. Okay,
in the
all right.
arena.
They're
Okay,
going to throw in the
that's why.
Snapfire Kisses. Perhaps they can get something else. Nah, no, they can't finish off Yarn.
That's why, to fail with the second ulti, not just the first one. It's, I'm not gonna say getting out of control, Moxie, but they had a lot of lead, and now they kind of blew the momentum. Medusa was supposed to be farming. They managed to kill her once, and also managed to kill Leshrac. So slowing them down.
Definitely one of those moments of like, wait, what's happening? We walk right past the Medusa. All right. They'll end up losing Lukey. Lukey, this is most likely going to be a dead Bloody 9, so they will strike back on the side of TOOBASED, as the side of DogChamp perhaps just a bit out of position there.
Never underestimate the power of throw in Dota. Can happen, both sides.
Oh yeah. I'm sure all of us have been on the losing side at one point because our team starts making some questionable decisions. Sometimes it's you
It's
personally.
always easy to blame the team. I mean, it's much easier than blaming that one guy. You're one person, right? And there's other 4 people on your team, so it's most likely their fault.
This is why you have those trust issues, dude.
Well, percentage-wise, right?
True.
It's either you or them. It's 20 against 80.
I own up when I've really messed up.
You say sorry when you mess up?
Yeah, of course. Epicenter getting used, though, over here on the side. They're going to try to burst down Ollie. It's a nice arena, though, plus the silence that will be able to buy them some more time. Stone Gaze coming into play. Spirit Siphon over onto Bloody Sky. And on the back line, Ryoya, he's going to fall to Stonebank. Be able to take down Bloody Sky and Ryoya. Find a kill on Flea. Beautiful burrow strike going forward. Will slow down Imperial. Nice burst damage. Yarn will collect. And there's only one survivor. It is the Medusa who has to teleport away.
The survivability that ABBA provides them, removing those spears on the side of the wall of the arena. Spear even missed in that fight, but yeah, just keeping them alive. And Phantom Lancer, he locks onto the Leshrac. We're gonna see the Burrow and the Epicenter on Medusa. She's very low HP, loses all of her mana. ABBA pops the ulti, and yeah, Spear is gonna miss right now, I believe. He doesn't have the vision, and they will clear him up. This Spirit Vessel doing a lot of work, and the Mage Slayer as well. 35% less spell damage coming up from Leshrac is quite a high number, considering how much damage the hero deals.
Yeah, also the silence coming in clutch at that moment too, making sure that they couldn't get off any more spells as jumped onto Lukey. So just a really nicely executed team fight here coming out from the side of DogChamp. And TOOBASED starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Because honestly, it should not be that way, right? You believe that the Leshrac should be able to just rip apart this Phantom Lancer, especially with the start that he had, but he's proving to be quite formidable.
He was off to a really good start, and so was Medusa, but this mana break causing a lot of issues at the moment. And Stonebank, he's becoming more and more tanky with each item. Yasha done, almost the full SNY about to be done. Has that level 15, both talents providing him tankiness, 150 HP, and also 15 strength. So going all in terms of the tankiness of his illusions, understand where the real threat is coming from.
Dire are scanning.
Seems like BKB seem to be the next hot item on the menu, aside from, we'll see the Snapfire working towards that shard. Is very, very good. But they get the initiation over onto Imperial, and they'll follow up with the arena. Lukey, though, is going to be able to get off a decent amount of damage, but he's still going to fall despite that Epicenter. Ryoya running for his life. Now the Spirit Siphon will be able to clean him up, and Imperial will fall to Yarn as he jumps into the back lines. Bloody Sky to have anything to cancel out this TP. They do not. So they will just run away on the side of TOOBASED, but not before losing 2 heroes.
That's one way to shut down Leshrac. Kill him every single time.
That's what Cap said, right? You know, all they have to do is kill the Leshrac.
Yeah, that was SVG. SVG always has this like really good points on the panel. That's why I like working with him.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Deep analysis. No.
A little bit on the ropes here. Slight more net worth lead going to the side of DogChamp. Still only about 3K though. Only 22 minutes into the game. It's not looking totally one-sided, which is what I like to see.
When your Mirana has 6 Spirit Vessel charges, you know things are either going well or he doesn't have a hotkey for it. So you choose which one it is.
As long as the people in the fights are getting, you know, the vessel charges applied, honestly, it's just doing too well, right?
He's been having a blast. He's involved in 19 out of 20 kills.
Yeah.
BKB done on that Prophet. They want to take this fight. They're not going to even pop the Exorcism. They would definitely love to have this level 3 Exo for the next fight, and they do have enough tankiness with the PL illusions. Seems like simply TOOBASED. They are not aware of it. Flea
Trying to make a play, but he is dead. There's no one else nearby on that either.
Yeah, maybe they just thought they know, and he will go in and sacrifice his life. Try to pick up the Aegis, possibly. Didn't happen, but it is what it is sometimes.
What can you do? BKB completed now here for the Mars. Empyrean just happens to be wrong place, wrong time. Arrow connecting, silence, and enough damage. So that's a dead ogre. They'll make their way towards this mid area. Do you know that the Phantom Lancer is here in the top lane? Do you see a couple pings, so perhaps they'll try to make a play on him. Does have the Aegis. It's a little bit difficult. And look at this. Yeah, DogChamp, they're already flooding into this jungle. They want to protect their PL. They know, okay, nice burrow strike over onto 2. The arena doesn't even matter that that spear comes in because they have that Yules. Although that's not looking for Luki. He is going to fall. BKB getting used, though, from the Death Prophet with the Exorcism. Have to be careful because the Stone Gauge was popped. They'll back off over on the side of DogChamp. They know that they've got the Exorcism. They can take this tower.
Oh, they're good for
They're
this
going
go.
back in, though. All right, looks like Blood Knight is going to fall. Flea taking a lot of damage on Stonebank. He's very tanky, like we said. He's going to chase after Empyrean. They'll slice up the Ogre. And now they'll have to turn their attention. Spirit Siphon, this hero is silly, but that's going to be the Aegis. Does indeed go down. The Scotty damage coming out from Medusa is formidable. Fade is going to fall. Stonebank, he's back up, though. He's going to focus down Ryoya. Goes for the Doppel play. That's going to be a Deadless Shrek. And they take the tower. Bloody Sky's sitting very low, too. Feels like Yarn would love to throw out an arrow or something, see if it connects, but not going to be able to.
Yeah, still Medusa with Scotty. She has 3 big items, Dragonlance and Mantis Style, a bit too tanky to be killed. And she's also, like, positioning-wise, she needs to stay closer to Leshrac, so Phantom Lancer can't connect onto her, which she did a very good job in the previous fight. They were overextended a little bit, I would say. Mars, he needs to start hitting those spears as well. Like, I haven't seen... spear. It's a tough one. Maybe it gets into his head because he's playing into Abba and he's like, well, it's gonna get dispelled anyway. But yeah, still Luki dies. I don't think Abba was close enough to be able to get any kind of a save off. Definitely needs a defensive item, either like an Eon Disc or he needs a BKB. Let's see what he has queued up. A BKB it is. And yeah, he's having a really good time. That Prophet dies. The Scotty ruins the hero, like you're not as maneuverable in the fights as you want to be, and the Scotty also reducing the amount of healing coming out from the Siphon.
That is, of course, the first death, though, on Fit. Oh, Ryoya. Oh, he just happened to wander into the creep wave at the very wrong time. And with the arrow, we'll make sure that they can clean up, and the pressure is on here in the mid lane.
Yaren trying to set up something on the bottom lane using Moonlight Shadow, has arrow.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, they found themselves Luki here. Should be able to get a pick off. More people are teleporting in, though. Ollie popping the Stone Gaze. He doesn't want to have to deal with this. He's going to teleport away, and he won't be successful. Some more pincering action coming in, though. See Fade wandering over. Sees Empyrean. Set up with the Yules. Silence. Nice spear, though, this time coming out from Blaze Sky. Does actually connect. They need a stun, and they don't have it. So, looks like everyone's going to make it out. Flea still hiding in the tree line. No one really noticing that he's there, though. He should be absolutely fine.
Phantom Lancer, very close to take over in terms of the net worth. Got his level 20, so gonna be much easier for him to close the gap. About to finish the heart, so his illusions are gonna be super tanky. Still, he doesn't feel that comfortable playing into both Lash and Medusa. Like, he can go in. I think they need to wait for the next Roche in terms of like fully committing, but I still feel they will take another fight, especially if it opens up with Sanking getting one good target, one pick off with Mirana as well.
Bloody 9. All right, Flea over here. I don't think they have that Yule's available, so it's going to be able to teleport it away. The Biggie Pole making sure that get out. Luki, they're finding a kill on Ollie thanks to the rest of the team as they'll also cut down Ryoya. Ooh, those are the two big boys that they wanted to get on the side of DogChamp, so bit of a little bit of bait and switch there in the bottom lane.
They showed way too many heroes on the bottom lane. They knew Arena was used, they knew that Medusa was alone, and they got a good jump. Burrow Strike into Arrow, and then followed it up with the damage coming up from the Phantom Lancer. So, mana burn. Bottom lane, Mars getting caught.
Fate is just everywhere here. The Spirit Siphon coming through.
Has a fear mechanic as well.
I don't know if Bloody Sky, yeah, he's gonna just try to teleport out. The Yules has already been used, so he should be able to leave easily. But yeah, Stonebank just parking himself in this mid lane, whacking away on the tower. Come at him. He doesn't care. They don't have to worry about Leshrac, doesn't have to worry about the Medusa for a little bit longer. He's gonna be able to take this tower easily. Just need some creeps. Exorcism gonna get popped here by Fade. They're looking, okay, they're gonna Burrow Strike deep in with the Epi, but that is the BKB coming out now from the Bloody Sky, but there's so much damage being tossed out on him from this Phantom Lancer. They have to be a bit careful. They're going a bit deep for this dive, and yes, they'll get the kill on Bloody Sky, but Rax will fall thanks to the Exorcism. The attention put over to this top lane now from the side of DogChamp. Gonna try to take as much of these buildings as they can. Ollie is back up, as is Ryoya, but they're still just having difficulty finding these openings. They're very reliant on the Mars to be able to set up with that Arena or Spear or anything.
Yeah, simply TOOBASED, they just not being playing as a team. Not just this game, but also the whole series. They couldn't like bring 5 people. I don't think I've seen them play as 5 throughout this whole game. They've been getting pickoffs, and they were getting picked off quite a lot of time.
Now the pings coming off, they're like, oh, there's a Medusa in this bottom lane.
They also
kill
see the
Medusa.
courier coming out. They know it's Ogres. Flea got scouted, but they also scouted Medusa, so they want to go for the bigger kill.
Well, they'll be happy with picking off Hyperion too, though.
They're not done. They're not done
Oh, no,
chasing.
they're definitely not. Yeah, Luki just hoping he can find that angle, but it's too late. She's already
just
teleported.
needed a second to be able to use the Yule Scepter and stop the TP.
It's scary, though, for the side of TOOBASED right now. Medusa just barely, she walks out of the base, hits a couple creeps, and she has to run away immediately because they're just hunting her. They know that she is the big problem on the board right now. But neutral items are getting picked up, so perhaps they can find something to help on the side of TOOBASED. DogChamp, though, with a 15k net worth lead at 30 minutes in. Things are looking real good for the pups.
Yeah, definitely. They kind of took over the game in 2 fights, pretty much. Stonebank.
He's recovered
Dude,
so
yeah,
well. It's actually very impressive.
Both games so far, only 1 death, and that's it. So my man, he knows where to farm and how to make a comeback into the game. Liked his itemization quite a lot, going for the Mage Slayer, which I think was the crucial for these like 2-3 fights when he locked onto the Leshrac pre-BKB and just ripped him apart. Like, he doesn't care too much about that damage. This is an item that has been experimented a little bit before it got buffed. Looked okay-ish in some of the games. I think now with the changes to what it upgrades to, just feels like a really good item. Like, a lot of the time people will not buy it straight away. I don't know, CK, he wants to buy Orchid and then wants to get a Bloodthorn, so you don't really like feel the Mage Slayer item, but it's still a very good pickup item, especially like on the Illusion type of hero, because it makes your illusions stink here.
Definitely the right choice in this particular match. As a Scotty is now completed, so Stonebank just going to become even more terrifying to have to deal with. See TOOBASED, they're dodging a bit. They're trying to just farm up in this bottom portion. They will eventually have to go home and deal with what's being brought. They do go for a little bit of a scan, though. Seeing if there's anyone around, they'll take the outpost. Go for a smoke play. They're going to see if they can wander on over. Death Prophet was headed over the air. They do have the haste rune over on Ryoya. So perhaps they can get a catch, but look at the way, look at the way DogChamp. They just group together. Bloody Nine's got the Shadow Amulet. He's hiding up over on the high ground. Because they did go for the scale. Okay, all right, there's the BKB coming out from Fade immediately. The follow-up here from Lukey. Gonna try to just burst down the support Empyrean. He's got the fear on top of him, so he will fall. And that arena just doesn't do much. Stone Gaze coming into play. Yard hopping forward, though. Big Star Storm coming through, and that's a BKB over onto Ollie. So you have to be a bit careful, but all these ghosts are doing so much damage to Stomach. He's so tanky, turns his attention right over to Ryoya. He's gonna have to buy a little bit more time using the Yules. Still somehow alive. Fade taking a lot of damage. Will be able to take down Ryoya. They go right back in. Oh my god.
I think they call it
Ollie.
here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just call it, considering the Tarosh is respawning soon. They just lost a major fight. They did not kill a single hero on their side. Not enough damage. Like, their arenas were not on point so far. They don't catch anyone. I don't think we have seen one combo from Mars Arena and the Snapfire ulti connecting together. And yeah, and that's gonna be it.
That's the GG. Looks like Team DogChamp has proven themselves very nicely in this game. And TOOBASED just struggling to find that coherency between their players.
Yeah, it seems like there's some deeper issues, I would say, inside the team. Because last time around, the team, last DPC tour, the team did okay-ish, nothing spectacular, but they played much better Dota compared to this